2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena before the game.
Kevin, thank you.
Tremendous, David. Thank you for that. Here are the five for the Clippers. The team leaders, George and Leonard, on the wing. Post-champ.
Clippers.
How hard is it to maintain focus this time of year?
Some of that depends on the leadership you have in the locker room. Certain guys have an ability to keep everyone engaged and motivated and also loose and light in that locker room. So it does matter.
The shot's good for Mr. Clutch.
Off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Lets a floater go, and there's the nice layup by George. George has got 7 points in the game.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Here's Mr. Clutch, defended by George. Kept alive. Hernan Gomez, no good.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
What a silky move by Paul George. He really had the ball on a string.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
The shot's good for Mr. Clutch.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Nance against George. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the drive. Up and in on the layup. 11 points in the game.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Here's George. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And so it's New Orleans. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen, Pelicans pretty much in control here.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Jackson Hayes, Larry Nance out there with Jones, and it's Mr. Clutch, and it's Alvarado in at the point. And that one is hammered home.
This is where Powell has really improved, handling the ball in the pick and roll situation and making passes in traffic.
There's Mr. Clutch. 8 points for him. From beyond the arc and then some. Mr. Clutch has got the lead up to 12 now for New Orleans. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Now, here's Kennard. He's guarded closely. Powell against Jones. Powell, the pass to Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. Makes it off the glass.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And Luke Kennard signing a 4-year deal at the end of 2020. Steve, this team feels he can be a big part of their future.
Yeah, a lot of people were surprised at the size of the contract, Kevin. But it shows how much the three-pointer is valued in the NBA.
Through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. New Orleans on top. They lead by 8. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback.
Coming on to the floor
He's checked in for
Clippers.
Devontae Green. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Norman Powell's checked in for Terrence Mann. Here's Mr. Clutch, defended by George. No good from Mr. Clutch. Clippers trail by 17. So for the Clippers right now, outside the wings are George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Powell in at the 1 spot. There's Mr. Clutch. 11 points in the game. Driving to the basket. Plays it up and banks it in. Mr. Clutch has got 13 points.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Zubac, the pass to Leonard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Assist goes to
Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
Zubac.
Talented, driven, he puts constant pressure on your defense.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused.
2 minutes remaining in the
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. 1:51 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Williamson. McCollum outside. Goes up on the wing. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. Leonard on the wing, covered by Williamson. Here's George, and he slams it down right on top of Brandon Ingram.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Mr. Clutch, the pass to McCollum. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 13. No good from outside.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Leonard dishes to George. Clippers moving the ball around. The offensive rebound. Pelicans leading by 15. Williamson, the pass to Mr. Clutch. .32 seconds left in the third. Trying to get something going, and the 3 ball is good. Mr. Clutch has got 16.
Continuing from where he left off. First three-pointer of this half, 4th of the game.
And George kicks to Powell. Down low. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Powell. Powell's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Mr. Clutch. On deep. And the miss. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pelicans lead by 16. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's take a listen now to Coach Tyronn Lue.
Okay, just one basket at a time, all right? Keep playing, keep getting shots. That's all right. There's block coming out of the basket. Just keep going, all right? We all right. It ain't going to come back in one possession. Got to keep playing, all right?
Imploring his guys to stay positive, not to get down on themselves.
Kevin, he wants his guys to...
So New Orleans wins it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it mattered most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Hey, when the squad link, we don't care what the people on the side think. I feel like Bron, I need 3, 4, 5 rings. How I control the company.
WNBA, Monty Johns, Los Texas, Aqua Ford, CEO, Agadin 2K, DJ Hypersloth, A6, and Tez, along with all their friends who helped make full parties in the new 2K22 feature Play Online with Friends, Julian World, Malos, OFTX, OTKY, Truly ACXD, Don't Tell, and I'm For Real. This is George P. Burdell signing off, and see you online in the W.
And those are the starting lineups, so kick back, get your popcorn ready. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome and thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports as we get ready to go with our Saturday night present. Hey, Al.
Hey, Brian.
All right, thanks, Allie. And these teams both extremely talented up front. Brent, in your estimation, have the days of the bruising, paint-oriented front court come and gone?
Yeah, I think so, B.A. I think we're looking at the game the way that it should be played. It's a game of movement. It's a game of pace. It's a game of spacing. Right now, you're looking for guys who have versatility. And I don't know when we're going to go back to that rock'em sock'em post-up style play.
A look at the
Pelicans.
Brooklyn making some changes. Pinson, he's checked in for Drummond. Harris comes in for Durant. And Ben Simmons subbed in for Brown. Irving for 3. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
And he's seeing everything right now. Fantastic job pulling the trigger when he's open.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's guarded by Irving. 1:51 left in the first. Beyond the arc. Knocks it down from distance.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's guarded by Irving. Here's Mr. Clutch. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
So the Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Simmons. Turned in an outstanding game against Oklahoma City. 1:16 left to play in the first quarter. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Here's Simmons. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Mr. Clutch. Takes the three. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Oh, it's just raining threes for them early.
Brooklyn with the ball, trailing by 10. They come into this one having outplayed the Thunder in their last game.
And in that one, the bench came to play. Gave the team a bunch of points and energy to put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that one.
Outside Jones. Pass to Nance. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's guarded by Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mr. Clutch. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
And they've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
Now here's Irving. He's guarded closely. Out to Harris. From deep. That shot off the mark. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans earning this break in the action, up 10. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple. And always ready in the clutch. Kyrie Irving says he saves his best for the fourth quarter.
For me, I just try to feel out the game.
You know, Irving, perhaps underrated as a tactician, Greg.
Oh, yeah. It's a chess match indeed. One move, one play sets up the next.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
They definitely had a hot hand from three-point range to this point. Always nice to start out like that.
Another part of the game tonight where they've been effective is to get points in the paint.
We've got Joe Harris. Ben Simmons is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Pinson in at the 5. So that's the Nets 5. Simmons against Nance. Here's Claxton. Lays it up and banks it in. Claxton's got his first points of the game.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Hey, and the apple not falling far from the tree. Simmons' dad was a legendary player in Australia.
And that's where Simmons says he really learned the value of team ball. At age 15, he played in a world championship. There, just invaluable to his early development.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, you want to talk about a super team. Last season, the Brooklyn Nets became the only team in NBA history to boast 6 players who made it all NBA over their career. Guys, the roster has changed just a bit, but make no mistake, this team remains loaded in a way we don't see too often.
No question, Allie. Good stuff there. Thanks. New Orleans calls timeout. Last time they met. E.J. McCollum has been leading the charge for New Orleans. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We'll be right back. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle.
Pelicans substitution.
Durant, the pass to Irving. Back to Durant. Durant draws the double. Here's Thomas. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Durant's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
So for New Orleans right now, Ingram at the 3, Zion at the 4. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Mr. Clutch in at shooting guard.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Mr. Clutch. Knocks down the triple. He's got 16.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Outside, Brown. To the inside. Here's Thomas. Count it. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Graham, the pass to Ingram. And he lobs it up to the rim. Ooh, Durant with a steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Thomas. Finished off the break. Thomas has got 14 points now in the second half.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
1:21 left to play in the third quarter. Mr. Clutch. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Kevin Durant. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Pinson, he's checked in for Drummond. Claxton comes in for Durant. Harris is checked in for Brown. And Simmons is subbed in for Thomas. And a new group getting ready for the Pelicans. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Valanciunas. Hayes comes in for Williamson. Nance, he's checked in for Ingram. And it's Jones in for Graham. The Pelicans trail. Pass to Mr. Clutch. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Nets. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Cleveland, where they'll face the Cavaliers. They're kicking off a 4-game road trip.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 17 points in the game. 26 seconds left in the third. On target from range. 20 points for him.
Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything, lets the opportunities come to him.
That one falls. And the Nets lead by 2.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 20 points for him. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And the first one at the line is good. The Pelicans making a switch here. So he gets them both. Here's Irving. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Irving's got 19 points.
Feels like he's taking nothing but shots. He knows he's going to knock down Kyrie, playing sharp here.
And the game's still closely contested. We've reached the fourth quarter, and this one belongs to Brooklyn. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you later.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
You're looking comfortable out there. You feeling good? You feeling good?
Oh, man, look, I got a nice rhythm with my teammates, with the media. Hey, me and Coach starting to see eye and eye. Well, I think we're starting to see eye and eye.
Well, speaking of Coach, I just had a conversation with him, and I think he's ready to get you in the starting lineup.
Are you serious?
Do I look like Ashton Kutcher?
Who?
Punked.
I don't know what you're talking about, Coach.
Oh, man, you're making me feel old, MP. Come on. Well, look, all kidding aside, you're the starter.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yo, look, I'm ready. This is what I do. I'm ready to go out there, show the city what I got, baby. Thank you, Coach G. Woo! Starting, man. Dude.
I need 3, 4, 5 rings. How I control the competition, it's a mind thing. How I expose the opposition, it's a guy.